Welcome. Flowering season comes in a different time of a year for different groups of plants or for different plants. And for mesembs, it's fall. Fall is the time when mesembs or Mesembryanthemaceae start to open their flowers. What triggers flowering for them is lower temperatures. The fall is unusually mild this year, so the fluctuations of temperature between night and day are not really that profound, and day temperatures are quite high still, but it is certainly less warm than it was in the summertime. And this plant, Fenestraria rhopalophylla, which is a mesemb, has noticed that and opened its flower. This plant has been in bloom for at least 5 days already, but because it is closing for the night and actually opens the flower for only a few hours during the day, and I am working, I was not able to catch the flower when it was open, and and only when I was coming back I saw the closed flower. So today is Sunday, and for the first time I can see it open, and I'm taking the opportunity to make a video about it. I am very fond of mesembs, and objectively they are maybe not very showy plants. They are quite small usually. They don't really grow fast, but they are very unique. They are so well adapted to their environment, to a Namib desert, and their adaptation is so unique and unlike anything else that they are really fascinating plants. If we zoom this plant a little bit closer, this is as much as I can do, you will see that these leaves, because those are leaves, the stems are really compact, and the stems are only here to support the leaves together, to keep them together. So these leaves, each of the leaves has a little lens at its tip. And in the wild, in nature, this plant would be covered in sand and only the lens would be sticking out. And through that lens, the light would get into the leaf, and the photosynthesis, which is creating glucose out of light and carbon dioxide and water, occurs on the inside of the leaf. The leaves here are also green on the outside, but I have a suspicion that they are not as green in nature when they are covered with sand. So this is quite something, in my opinion, when it comes to evolutionary achievement. As you can see, there is a flower bud here, and there is a flower bud here. Maybe there will be even more later on. So this plant is really happy, because happy plants produce flowers. However, you might notice as well that the leaves are quite wrinkled, and that's okay, because what mesembs do, they recycle the water. They take all the water from the old leaves to build new leaves, and they don't require much watering. On the contrary, if watered too much, if watered as much as, for example, cacti, they might just rot and die. So this plant, even though quite wrinkled, is a happy plant. I water it in the spring, and then in the summertime I water it very occasionally, not really enough to soak the entire pot in water. What I often do, I put at the very bottom of the container, I put a little bit of water, and this is a clay pot. So I put a little bit of water on the bottom of the container, and then the clay from which the pot is made would suck up the water, and the pores within the pot would be filled with water, which will provide moisture to the roots, but not make the soil or the substrate in which the plant is planted completely wet. So the only heavy watering occurs once in spring, when the plant wakes up from the dormancy, and then right now, when it blooms, I will water it once or twice, and then for the entire winter it will be completely dry without even a drop of water. This is about it. This is about what I would like to share with you about this plant. I am very excited and very happy to see it bloom. It blooms every year. However, every time it does, it makes me happy. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you like my Fenestraria, because I like it a lot. Have an amazing day.